Hi, I'm Gary Zygmont. I'm a father, husband, and I started Urban Home Builders 20 years ago because I have a passion for building custom homes in Austin, Texas. Hey, so today we're in the Zilker neighborhood of Austin to look at a 4,800 square foot home that we built for a family that moved here from Chicago, but they were coming back to Texas. Today it's a little rainy outside, but we're not going to let that stop us. Let me show you what we built. Come on. How's it going?
Good.
So great to be back here. So you made a transition from Chicago to here, moving back home to Texas. How's it been so far?
It's home. It's great. I don't miss the winters of Chicago. I can't badmouth Chicago too much, though. I've got a lot of good friends there.
Yeah, Chicago's a great city.
But this is home. So glad to be back.
So let's start with, why did you choose Urban Home Builders?
Well, we had a list of about 3 to 4 builders. We interviewed everyone. We actually, if you recall, were somebody that was recommended by someone else. And at the end of the day, I think for me, what gave me comfort with you was the understanding of the city of Austin. The second place bidder, if you will, was outside of the city. They were a suburban builder, and we knew we were going to face some hurdles here with permitting. So that comfort is definitely what pushed you over the top.
Oh, nice. That's it's funny because that's seeming to be a repetitive theme. There in some of these infill projects, there's permitting issues, neighbor issues, long time residents that you need to do the best. I, as a builder, need to do the best I can to make the change on them as as simple and quick and painless as possible. And in the process of building your home, I discovered that you grew up in Houston from a building family. Your dad instilled some real high standards in you, and you had some expectations. What was that like for you, having us build your home? Were those expectations met? At what point, if they were, at what point did you feel like, okay, I'm in good hands, I can let go of this?
So I think the thing that gave me comfort throughout the process of working with you was, well, a couple things. One was the fact that you're not afraid to strap on a tool belt and get busy. I think, that's just important for me because I grew up where you don't stand around, right? My dad was a ceramic tile contractor, so you were busy. The other thing is that you took ownership. Like in the instances where I was here and there was something you didn't like, it was addressed by you before I ever had to say anything. And I appreciated the fact that I didn't have to go around and babysit you because you were just doing the job of babysitting all the contractors.
Yeah, I think in my blog somewhere it talks about how I treat every home as if it were my own. And I really feel that way. I mean, I'm bringing your dream to fruition, but at a certain point, it's like it's my house and it needs to be clean. It needs to be done right first, done right once. And, it's hard to convey that passion, that level of whatever we're going to call that, to a potential client. And it's nice to hear you bring it up.
Well, and I phrase it like I did. You take ownership of the house. It's not it feels like you are doing it as if it's your own and not as a project for a paycheck. Like the details that you worried about that I would normally worry about, but you addressed, made it a lot easier.
Yeah. So thanks for sitting with us today. Really appreciate it. And if you don't mind, we're going to take a tour of the house.
Sure. Bottle of wine will be where?
Hey guys, here we are at the custom wine room that we built. It holds a couple hundred bottles, and what we did here is decoupled the walls and put in its own separate HVAC system. So it's a real wine room, and we got some really nice bottles of wine in here for all y'all vinophiles. So some of the great little things in this house are the small little details. Take a look at these hinges, how amazing these are. And we're even going to show you some old push button electrical switches that a lot of our viewers don't even know what they are. Some of you may have never seen these before. They're vintage light switches that we've added to this home. It's a really nice touch. Ties the home together great. So the next thing I want to show you here is a custom faux paint job. It kind of looks like wallpaper, but it's actually paint. And it's through this entryway and up the stairs. And it's an incredible job, and it took a lot of time and care to pull it off as amazing as it turned out. So I want to show you some unique features that we have here. The clients really liked two things: wine, so grapes, and turtles. So we got with the welders here, and we incorporated in little details. Here, we added a little turtle to the doors to help really bring it together and make it feel even more like a home. So here we are in the study. What we've done is we've done a custom bookshelf with a remote controlled TV screen into the gold leaf beams in the ceiling, and the owners have decorated it with 3 deer that have come off their deer lease that they've been at for over 30 years. What a perfect day to showcase the water catchment system that we installed here at the house, because it's raining. So really great feature that we have here are 2 basins. They collect all the water that hits anywhere on the garage roof or the house roof. Goes into the gutter, down the downspout, underground, piped in, that we did, into there, and also all the grates, the drainage grates around the property. There's a couple up front, there's one in front of the garage. So pretty much every speck of water that hits this property ends up in those tanks, and they're used for the irrigation for the lawn, especially here in Austin in the summer. It's really hot. All of our lawns have a tendency to die. If you don't have a sprinkler system, well, we don't have to use any water because we've been saving it all spring. And we even filtered it and brought it in for some of the herb gardens that are around the property. So my personal favorite spot of this house is the outdoor kitchen. I think this place is amazing. It feels great. I can't imagine all of the parties and the Thanksgivings and the 4th of Julys here. One of the little details that we did is we found out ahead of time what grill that they wanted. We found out the exact dimensions of it, and we finished out the La Habra stucco so that it just barely fit. And it's a nice tight finish. And we kind of kept that theme throughout all of our homes, really thinking ahead and finding out what everything is so it's just perfectly done. So here we are at the side of the house, which I know a lot of you may not find important, so feel free to skip ahead. But to me, it's the little things that make a big difference in the house. This big house, 4,800 square feet, in Austin in August, their electric bill is $110 on average. Part of that has to do with solar, but part of it has to do with these units that we put in as well. They're variable speed. They can cool your home and heat your home incredibly, and you save money on your electric bill. It's very efficient, it's very green, and in this case, you don't have to sacrifice functionality over performance. These are great units, and the clients are very happy with them. Well, I really appreciate you having us over. Thanks for letting us tour the house and show everyone.
Absolutely. Come back anytime.
With a bottle of wine?
With a bottle of wine.
I like it.
Take care.
I'll see you, man.
Bye.
Interested in building a custom home? Let's talk. Contact me at 512-916-8700 or Gary at urbanhomebuilders.com.